guys, welcome back to my channel. So for this one I wanted to do my skincare routine. Always. So usually on skincare videos I know that they don't wear makeup, but I did just film a get ready with me that I will be posting either before or after. I haven't really decided, depends on when I finish editing both of them and stuff. But I did take a few clips before I filmed my get ready with me, so I'm going to insert those. But I also actually have a few clips from I think 2015, so a little less than 2 years ago, when my skin was not at its worst, but it was definitely a lot worse than now. So I'm gonna insert those. I'm gonna try to do a side-by-side, so like a 2015 and then current. My skin is combination and oily. I'm definitely acne prone and I have pretty sensitive skin in my opinion. A little bit of background, I have had acne as far as I can remember. I hit puberty at a pretty young age, the summer between 5th and 6th grade, I want to say, whenever I became a woman. Since then, I have struggled with acne. I've definitely gone through really clear times and really horrible times, so I just wanted to kind of share my tips and tricks that I have to help keep that at bay and keep my skin as clear as I can have it. The acne that I kind of struggle with the most is hormonal acne. So the way that you can tell that it's hormonal is mainly it resides in the chin area. So a lot of my tips that I'm going to be sharing today help with hormonal acne, but they also kind of cover all types of acne because my skin doesn't judge. It will accept any type of acne. So now that you know a little bit about my skin and the history of my skin, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into these products. A little disclaimer, I am a licensed cosmetologist, but I'm not a licensed esthetician. This is just what has worked for me, and keep in mind that everybody's skin type is going to react differently to every single product. I wish that these would be wonderful for you guys also and work magically for you, but unfortunately that's not the case. It's not going to work for everybody's skin, so keep that in mind during this video. First, I wanted to start out with my routine. So for my morning skincare routine, I don't like to do too much just because my skin kind of acts funny if it has too many products under makeup. But usually every day when I wake up, I like to do a light exfoliator on my face. This is the Josie Maran Argan Exfoliating Cleansing Powder, and it's just described as a gentle daily skin renewal. And it's a very, very, very finely milled, I guess you could say, exfoliating powder. I like to start out with a wet face, and then I will pour a little bit in my hand and then add some water and then kind of rub it together and then gently rub it in my face in circles and then rinse it. I always like to rinse my face in the morning and at night, I guess, also with cold water. Doing that is just gonna help close your pores and not only make them appear smaller, but also make sure that not a lot of toxins and stuff like that are able to enter your pores. So I will exfoliate and wash my face with that to kind of help remove any dead cells and any products that I have on it from the night before, and to just kind of get my face ready for the day. And then the only other skincare thing that I do in the morning is I prep my skin with the Badescu facial spray. So one of my new favorite skincare things that I've really started to like is rose water, and this has rose water in it. So this not only helps moisturize my face a little bit, but it also helps kind of calm my skin. Rose really helps with calming of the skin. So anytime you have, you know, acne, there's going to be inflammation. So I just like to use this after I exfoliate to help calm my skin and prep it for my makeup. Another thing that I forgot to mention is if I don't feel like exfoliating my face but still want to wash my face and get all the products from the previous night off, I will go in with Cetaphil's Daily Facial Cleanser. And this is just super gentle. It's just going to help, like I said, remove any products and anything like that from the previous night. Fast forward to my nighttime skincare routine. The first thing that I'm going to want to do is take my makeup off. I used to always use makeup wipes, and I found that those actually were a big cause to my tinier breakouts. So I don't really use makeup wipes anymore. I do use them to remove my eye makeup, but as to remove my face makeup, I like to go in with a cleansing oil. So the one that I use is Sephora's Supreme Cleansing Oil for face and eyes. It says it has cottonseed oil, but I am running low. I need to go get some more. So I will just dampen my face with lukewarm water. I'd never like to use too hot of water on my face just because I feel like it's too harsh and drying. I mix this with a little bit of water to kind of help it. It almost foams in a way, and then I just rub it and then gently massage it and help break down all my makeup. I don't like to use that too much on my eye makeup because I have very sensitive eyes and I find that that kind of irritates them. So after I massage it in, I go in with water and kind of massage some more, and then I'll take the water and rub it on my eyes just to kind of get most of the product off. And then I like to go in, I didn't bring it with me, but I like to use I'm pretty sure it's called like a bamboo cloth or something like that. I will leave it linked down below along with all of these other products. It's just a more gentle cloth because I don't want to irritate my skin too much, so I just want to gently remove that. And I will take the cloth, moisten it, and then rub off all of that oil and makeup. So after that, usually I do have a little bit of eye makeup left, and that is when I will go in with a makeup wipe. So the ones that I use are Kirkland's. They're from Costco. You can buy them in bulk for super cheap. They're super gentle, that's why I prefer these. There's not a lot of oil in these compared to the Neutrogena ones, so I definitely prefer these to remove my eye makeup. So after I have all of my makeup removed, I like to let my skin dry completely, and then my skincare will branch off from that. I will either do one or the other. So for option A, I guess I will call it, for option A, this is when I feel like my skin needs a little more help. I will go in with my acne.org benzoyl peroxide treatment, I think it's called. This stuff has been mainly the only constant for probably 5 or 6 years. So with this, you want to be careful not to apply it too close to your eyes, and if you're first starting out using this acne treatment, I would definitely go in lighter until your skin kind of gets used to it, but this definitely is a lifesaver for me. So after I apply a heaping amount of this, I let it completely soak into my skin, and then the second part of option A is another game changer for me. This is the Josie Maran 100% Pure Argan Oil Light. What this is just pure argan oil, but I tried the original one and I felt like it was too heavy for my skin, so I definitely prefer the light one. Whenever I'm treating my acne, I definitely think it's important to also have a moisturizing agent with it, so that's when I will use this argan oil. And I've just found that this has really helped with the texture and appearance of my skin, so I apply this after I let my acne.org treatment set in. The last step of option A is the Badescu drying lotion. This stuff is part liquid and then part pink powder. You don't want to shake it. What you're going to want to do is dip a Q-tip in and then make sure it reaches all the way to the pink, and then spot treat with it. This just really helps me kind of get rid of major breakouts and pimples like almost overnight. If it's really bad, it'll take a few nights, but it's almost overnight. That stuff is a miracle worker. These 3 products are option A, and these are what I use when my skin is breaking out a little bit more. So for option B, after I get all my makeup off, if I feel like my skin really doesn't need too much help, I will go in and do a overnight mask. So this is the Peter Thomas Roth Rose Stem Cell Bio Repair Gel Mask. This stuff is amazing. Well, whenever I first started using this, I was only following the directions where it said to apply it and leave on for 10 minutes, and I found that it really helped my skin, but it wasn't until I read some reviews online that said you should really try it as an overnight mask, and I did one night and it was incredible. This stuff just really helps calm the skin. Like I said earlier, rose, anything that has rose in it is really going to be calming and nice to the skin. I just apply a thin layer. I don't like to go too thick because this doesn't really dry down quickly. So I apply a thin layer of this after all of my makeup is off and my skin is dry. and then I will just leave it on overnight, and whenever I wake up I feel like my skin is just smoother. I feel like even my pigmentation is kind of reduced a little. I feel like my pores are closed off, and any kind of like, I have really bad smile lines, I feel like those are even less visible. So this stuff is really awesome. I also use this as a mask, but I'll talk about that a little later. So I feel like you wouldn't necessarily think to use this if you have acne, but I feel like since it is kind of like a repair mask, it helps with any type of inflammation and breakouts that you currently have. So I would definitely suggest this. It is a little bit pricey. This was, I think, around $55, but I don't know if you can tell, this is a huge tube, and you definitely don't use a lot each time. The shelf life of this is 24 months, and it will honestly probably last me that long just because there's so much product in here, and whenever you use it you don't need a ton. So that is a plus, even though it is a pretty penny, but I definitely think that it's worth it also because it just has made such a dramatic change to my skin. So now I'm going to talk about masks. With these masks, I don't necessarily only use them at night. I will go ahead and use them in the morning if I feel like my skin needs it. And I have two that I usually like to use. I already talked about this one. It is amazing for just repairing and calming your face. And then the other one that I like to use is Lush's Cup of Coffee. It says it's a face and body mask, but I only really use it on my face. I find that this just really helps with not only exfoliating because it has actual coffee grounds in it, but it kind of helps plump up and waken my skin up since it does have that caffeine aspect in it. Both are amazing, and I definitely would recommend either one. So another part of my skincare routine that I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about it, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it because it has made such a difference in my skin, is shaving my face. Yes, that's right, I shave my face. So if you are new to the concept of shaving your face, it definitely is a little scary and weird at first, but for me it has just made such a difference in my skin. The concept of shaving your face definitely isn't new to the whole skincare world. I think it's called dermaplaning or something like that. I'll enter the name right here of what it is called. This has just totally changed the game for me. So I definitely was scared, definitely was worried. I didn't really have dark facial hair, but I had a lot of peach fuzz, especially right here. And I just feel like it always made my makeup turn out kind of not the best. So after starting to shave my face, not only did my makeup go on a lot smoother, but I feel like one of the main things with shaving your face is that since it is removing that hair that kind of creates a barrier, when you remove your hair, it kind of removes the barrier and allows all of your skincare products to penetrate better. So if shaving your face is something that you've been wanting to try out, I would definitely say ignore the stigma that's around it. It's completely normal. A lot of people actually do it, and you just don't really hear about it because nobody really wants to talk about it. But if it's something you're interested in, I definitely would recommend it. It has made such a difference with my skincare and how my makeup goes on and everything like that. I will link another video down below that I watched that kind of really helped me with it, that goes more into depth of how you do it and stuff like that. So now I'm gonna go through the different tips and tricks that I have with my skin. Drink water. Definitely, if you're not drinking enough water, I don't know what you're doing. Like, constantly, I'm always drinking water, and I find that not only does it help with everything else in my body, but it definitely helps with my skin. Exercise. Whenever I exercise, I feel like my skin gets more oxygen to it and it just looks more healthier. A good night's sleep is another obvious one. If you're not getting enough sleep, not only are your under eye is going to look dehydrated, but the rest of your skin is also going to look a little rough. So sleep definitely helps. When you sleep, your body is at its highest peak for repairing itself. So definitely need a lot of time to sleep to kind of help your body. Another tip is definitely not to pick at your pimples and your acne. I know that it is tough if that's something you're into. I definitely used to pick and pop my acne, so I do have a little bit of scars, and I wish that I could go back and not do it because my skin would appear a lot clearer if I wouldn't have done that. So not only does picking at your skin help create scars down the road, but you got to think whenever you're going in and damaging your skin, you're creating an opening for other germs and stuff like that to get in. So unless you're at a dermatologist who is properly, professionally picking at your skin, I would say to just avoid it overall. Another important tip that I have is stress management, which can be difficult sometimes, but I feel like I definitely am prone to stress acne. So whenever I find that my stress is more at bay, I feel like my skin also is clearer. So I would suggest anything that really helps you relieve your stress, whether it's working out, meditating, anything like that, I definitely would suggest. So my skin breaks out due to stress, but it also majorly breaks out due to hormones. So two things that I like to do for that is take birth control. I actually first got on birth control because of my acne. Birth control definitely helps with my acne a lot. I remember there was probably like 3 months where I wanted to get off birth control and my skin went insane. I'm telling you, like, it was horrible. So, and then right whenever I got back on it, pretty much a month later, my skin cleared up. So I feel like if you aren't using birth control and you're having skin issues, I would definitely suggest it. But if you're not into it, I also have another alternative. So I don't have the bottle with me because I forgot it, but an alternative to birth control is Maca tablets, and the kind that I use is by the brand Vega, something like that. They are a clean plant-based brand. I actually really love Vega. They help balance your hormones, so that's definitely going to play a role into hormonal acne. So if you're opposed to birth control or for whatever reason don't want to take it, that's fine. I would suggest the Maca tablets. So products that I actually avoid are makeup primers on my skin. I use them on my eyelids, but makeup primers, no matter which one I use, always break me out. So I try to avoid those. Another tip I have is to change your pillowcase. So if you have acne, I'm sure you know some of it can be from germs, not necessarily all of it. Like I said, mine is usually stress and hormone related, but a big contributor to it can be germs. So I like to change my pillowcase probably every 2 or 3 days just to make sure that I'm not creating any acne when I'm sleeping. So I think that is all of the tips and tricks that I have with my skin. If I can think of anything else, I'll definitely add it to the description box down below. I will also have all of the products that I mentioned in my routines in the description down below, so make sure to check there. And if I missed something or you have any questions, definitely comment. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I really hope that maybe some of these products that I mentioned will help you out if you are struggling with acne. Don't forget to subscribe for any other future videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.